If a child's being bullied at a school, why isn't something being done at that school to stop the bullying?
Tonight, something is being done to help bullied students, a new program moving forward, but it is creating some controversy.
Plus, autopsy results are revealed for the death of a Northport toddler.
And how the town of Longboat Key is trying to crack down on rental violations. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Topping our news this evening, Florida's State Board of Education taking another step to fight bullying in our schools. Yesterday, the board approved the Hope Scholarship, which helps bullying victims to transfer to another school of their choice.
ABC 7's Jackie Kelly tells us why there continues to be controversy over this program. Jackie?
Scott, Jacqueline, the controversy behind this scholarship is that taxpayer dollars could be used to transfer students to private schools. Now, supporters of the scholarship say that this is beneficial to students because it's getting them out of that toxic learning environment. For students who are bullied, going to school every day can be overwhelming.
The Hope Scholarship is to provide alternatives for students or children who have been subject to bullying that has been documented and they haven't been able to overcome the environment in their current school.
The scholarship allows a student who has experienced bullying to transfer to another school, whether it be public or private. If the student chooses to go to a private school, the scholarship pays for tuition for part of the 2018-2019 school year. Manatee County School Board Chairman Scott Hopes says this is an important way to help bullied students refocus on success in the classroom.
If the bullying rises to the level that a child is uncomfortable and feels unsafe in their school environment because they're being bullied, it's difficult to concentrate on learning.
However, some say this is just a way to take money from public schools and give it to private schools.
It's just another way to fund public money into private schools. That's really all it is. It's just another way to take it away from our schools and give it to private schools without accountability.
The state does say that there will be an investigation process for a school that has 10 or more students leaving with a scholarship, but Gardner says schools shouldn't have to wait that long to solve a bullying problem.
A child's being bullied at a school, why isn't something being done at that school to stop the bullying? And that should be the first thing you do, and that should be where the resources go first.
The state will start collecting money for the Hope Scholarship after October 1st, but funds will not be available until late November or early December. To register your child for the scholarship, you have to reach out to the school and notify them of the bullying situation. Now, the state estimates that they'll spend $27 million this school year, which will grant around 7,000 students the opportunity to transfer schools. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jackie, thank you. New details tonight in the investigation into the death of a Northport toddler. The preliminary autopsy results show that Ava Perry's cause of death is consistent with drowning. She died after she was found in a canal near her home on Tuesday. We'll keep you updated as that investigation continues.
Man is behind bars after police say he tried to shoot and kill his estranged girlfriend's mother. Police say 22-year-old Dustin Owens shot at the woman after they got into a fight near the intersection of Ponce de Leon Boulevard and Debarsky Avenue around midnight. Police say Owens' estranged girlfriend and their baby were in his car at the time. No one was hurt, but police did arrest Owens a few hours later. He is now facing attempted murder, among other charges.
Town of Longboat Key is using a new tool to try and crack down on rental violations. Town has a 30-day minimum rental requirement for homes and other private properties. But the prevalence of websites like VRBO and Airbnb are tempting more owners to break the rules. Since June, code enforcement officers have been able to fine violators between $100 and $500 on the spot, passing out more than 20 fines in the last month to the delight of some year-round residents.
We'll get what we're supposed to have out here, which is a 1-month minimum and not overnights and weekly.
The town's interest is never going to be in fining people. Our interest is in compliance.
Owners, renters, and property management companies have been among those fined so far. One company is facing over $2,300 for 6 citations this month.
2 new public restrooms may soon be built on St. Armand's Circle in Sarasota. The St. Armand's Business Improvement District wants to build them in 2 medians. One would be at John Ringling Boulevard in Washington. The other would be built at Boulevard of the Presidents and Monroe. The city says the BID will pay for the construction, which will cost $466,000. But they are asking the city to pay for the annual operations and maintenance costs, which is around $75,000. Now commissioners want more information on the proposal, including the hours those bathrooms would be open. Also an update now on the new parking garage on St. Armand's Circle. That garage is under construction and on schedule to be completed by December. The city says crews are expected to finish the foundation work next week and then begin vertical construction. It will include more than 500 spaces and public restrooms. While the project is still being completed, the city says there are plenty of available parking spots throughout the district. You can see the available parking spots highlighted in green, and many are in walking distance to the circle.
Well, we had some rain and thunder overnight, and then throughout the day today, just about any time of day.
Yeah, you really could see it. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan to see if those showers will stay around. Bob?
You know, the good news is that the fishing tournament there at the Green Bridge in Manatee County went off without a hitch. There were a few showers well north and east, but nothing happened right there. They're hit or miss showers and thunderstorms as a result of this frontal boundary, a trough of low pressure in the southeast portion of the United States, and we're getting that consistent westerly flow around this area of high pressure, which continues to bring us that high dew point temperature. And just within the last hour, a little bit more sun came out, and it feels like about 90 or 100, almost 100 degrees. Humid conditions continuing here as a result of that westerly flow. Big storms to the north and east, too. These are containing some lightning occasionally, moving off toward Wauchula. Other showers have been diminishing here over the last hour or so. Not much going on west of Siesta Key, Longboat Key. Pretty quiet right now. Not out of the question, though, see a pop-up shower or two for the next couple of hours. This one here just to the east of US 301, pushing off along Televast, heading off to the northeast. Not much to it, though, and there hasn't been a whole lot of rain. Now, this area of low pressure is developing. We talked about it earlier that sometimes when these troughs come down this time of year, you can get a little spin up, and we certainly are, and that's going to move away from us, though, it looks like over on Friday and Saturday up along the Mid-Atlantic coast states. 86 right now. It feels like 97. This number was down around 90 just a couple of, actually just about 10 minutes ago. So that's really bounced up there as a result of a little bit more sunshine coming out and the temperature warming up. We'll take you through time here, and you'll see this little spin and twist in the atmosphere over Georgia on in through Friday. And then into Saturday, we'll see it move up along the Mid-Atlantic coast. There's a chance it could develop into a pretty big low, but it'd probably be more extratropical or subtropical. We'll see how that goes. We'll have much more in our forecast, obviously, coming up a little bit later. But we'll take a look at the water vapor imagery showing some dry conditions around to our south, but a lot of moisture here. More on the weather coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The first day of school in both Sarasota and Manatee counties now less than a month away, and right now both school districts are looking to hire hundreds of good teachers. There are currently 115 available teaching positions in Manatee County, as well as 10 to 15 bus driver positions open. In Sarasota County, they're looking for 113 more teachers and 21 other positions. But school district officials say the number of positions change between now and the fall because they are all dependent on enrollment.
ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now. And Richard, kind of a down day from the start to the finish on Wall Street.
Yeah, you know, they say every once in a while in life a little rain must fall. Mr. Harrigan says that. I guess I'm going to say that as well. Indeed, a little rain did fall, or as we like to say on Wall Street, markets don't go one way forever. Believe it or not, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had been up 5 days in a row, and the NASDAQ Composite Index, which closed lower back-to-back for the first time this month. So I don't think we have too much to complain about. President Trump complained, however, about the Fed and the fact that they're maybe raising interest rates a little too quickly. I don't think that helped things either. But let's take a look. It was, in fact, a triple-digit down day. The Dow down 135 points, more than 0.5% at 25,064.50. That on volume of 882 million shares. The NASDAQ indeed down 2 days in a row, down 29 points, not quite 0.4% at 7,825.30. That on volume of 1,902 million shares. And certainly if those two are down, so's the S&P, 0.4%, just over 11 points at 2,804.49. Well, it was a very tough day for eBay. Its shares fell by a whopping 10% today after the company said not only did its earnings come up short, but it expects difficulty in both the third and fourth quarter of this year. And what's the problem? Well, believe it or not, StubHub. You may not know that eBay owns StubHub, which sells tickets to major sporting events and concerts and things like that, but their volume is down, their profit is down. As a result, the stock moves sharply lower. eBay, by the way, has 175 million active users. That, my friends, is a very, very big number. The stock today closed at a new 52-week low. So the stock has, frankly, been very strong so far this year, but you lose 10% in a day. That's how you get a 52-week low.
Right, that'll hurt you.
What are you expecting for tomorrow then, Richard?
Well, our friendly General Electric, remember that company, kind of the poster child for problems? They're going to report earnings tomorrow morning. Hopefully they can turn the corner. Well, that's why we come to work every day.
Okay. Richard, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a family of coyotes moves in under an empty house in Venice. Why they're causing some concerns for neighbors there.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with tonight's forecast, plus how sugar could help improve your memory and performance for older adults. Those stories coming up next.
The ABC 7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
It's summer on the Suncoast, and you know what that means. It's Friday Fest season.
And you are invited. Join ABC 7 for the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall's free outdoor summertime concert series. Groove to the funk and soul of music by Florida's own Reverend Barry and the Funk on July 27th, featuring originals and covers by Earth, Wind & Fire, The Commodores, Kool and the Gang, and Prince.
For more information, go to this number or go to mysuncoast.com/FridayFest.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Hello, I'm John Merce. Rugs As Art is celebrating yet another anniversary, and I would personally like to thank each and every one of you for the many years of continuous support. All during the month of July, we're having a grand celebration. We have flooded our showroom with yellow tag specials, meaning more discounts and more savings than ever before, plus free padding. So don't miss this anniversary celebration at Rugs As Art, Sarasota's bigger and better area rug superstore.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Excuse me a minute. Hi, Dad. No, don't try to get up.
Hi, I'm Julie, a right-at-home caregiver. And if I'd been caring for Tom's dad, I would have noticed some dizziness that could lead to balance issues. That's because I'm trained to report any changes in behavior, no matter how small. So Tom could have peace of mind.
We'll be right there. We have to go.
Hey, Tom, you should try Right at Home. They're great for us.
The right care, right at home.
Now to a Venice neighborhood with wildlife concerns. For the last few weeks, a family of coyotes has taken over the grounds of an empty house. ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez is in the neighborhood now after speaking to some neighbors about these canine squatters. Rebecca.
Well, Well, we're talking about a family of 3 coyotes, a female and her 2 pups. And just moments ago, right before we went back on air, they crossed right in front of me and continued roaming the streets. These coyotes have been seen around Sandalwood Park for the past 3 weeks. And this is where they've made their home. It's a house where no one is living in right now. Behind the house, you see evidence of where they sleep, use the bathroom, and even hunt for food.
They're very comfortable here.
And while it's become the new normal here, neighbors admit they did not have that feeling when they first locked eyes with them.
I was scared. I was like, oh, but I saw the pups, so they're so small. You're not really that afraid.
Wildlife experts tell me that coyotes are typically scared of humans and will run away when anyone gets too close. But other people who aren't so comfortable with them say they've reached out to animal rescue and have been told there's not much they can do.
We called wildlife, and they came out and they said that they're smarter than people and that you have to learn to live with them.
FWC and the Venice Wildlife Rescue both told me that because coyotes are pretty much everywhere in our area, they will only trap them if they're sick, injured, or have posed a threat to humans or pets. Live in Venice, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
Rebecca, thank you.
Well, we also saw some coyotes on Longboat. I know you said you had some viewers sending you pictures from Anna Maria or Holmes Beach.
I saw one in my house, just
really?
right around the corner. Yeah, I was walking my dog actually, and so I just kind of walking around during the day, looked at me, didn't really move away like she said. It just kind of looked at me, and then it eventually did run away. So smart coyotes, I guess, really quite smart. Yeah, intelligent. We are looking at some KCK webcam right now showing a few fair weather cumulus clouds occasionally, and then some showers moving on in. That's been the story, and that's going to continue to be that story as well. On Friday, Saturday, maybe a little less action going on, and then Sunday comes right back at us. Well, the scattered storms, again, on Friday, as I mentioned, some of them could produce some locally heavy rainfall. There haven't been any severe weather reports with these cells moving on. I don't think there will be. As I said at the start of the week, there could be an isolated water spout or two, a water spout. So we'll keep an eye on that. A little drier Saturday, and then on Sunday, a little piece of energy comes by on an old frontal boundary, and that will enhance our chances for showers and storms. I think Sunday could see some heavier rainfall around, so we'll keep an eye on that. Well, the scattered variety of storms continues to move on from the Gulf of Mexico onshore, some now near Northport, and heading off toward Inglewood and also Rotunda. I should say Rotunda getting some rain right now. I think it's going to be a little south of Inglewood. Northport near Warm Mineral Springs, Punta Gorda getting some rain nearby. All this pushing to the northeast. The storms haven't been lasting long either. They've been kind of popping up, moving through about a half hour, 40 minutes, and then they're gone. Light rain right there near the interchange of I-275 and 75. The dry air has really sunk southward right now, and with the trough of the jet stream over the southeast, just enough spin in the atmosphere to create this low pressure area. Looks like it'll be out of the South Carolina area, though, by Saturday morning. And we're looking at the frontal boundary kind of hanging around right there in the Gulf of Mexico. And a little piece of energy will come by, as I've said, on Sunday. And you can see it kind of diving there through the lower Mississippi Valley. That will enhance our storms. I think a little bit better action on Sunday. Some heavier rain and possibility of some stronger cells, too. 86 right now feels like 97, a little cooler than a couple of days ago when it was 103 at this time. Winds are calm, and the pressure has been lowering. Get a look at the temperature in Dallas at 106. They got up to 108 degrees today, 108. And that's the actual temperature, and that set an all-time record high for this date. It's a 93-year-old record. 83 in Cleveland, now 75 in Boston, 97 in Denver. It's been a very hot summer out west and over the southern and central plain states, too. 94, the expected high in St. Louis. Well, the satellite and radar, you can kind of see that trough of low pressure over the eastern third of the nation. That's why it's a little cooler over the northeast and throughout the Great Lakes. Here's that low spinning. This is creating a little frontal boundary, which is spawning the possibility of tornadoes tonight into Iowa. This is going to be a big deal, I think, overnight. Also, Kansas City in that severe thunderstorm watch box in yellow. Fire weather warning continues over Washington, Oregon, and parts of the central Rockies. For boaters tomorrow, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots. So a little breezier than it has been because of that low developing over South Georgia and North Florida. Seas will be running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there in the bays and inland waters. Here's the extended forecast as we see it 50% chance scattered showers and storms at any time during the day, even right around sunrise near the coast. 30% chance for rain on Saturday. A little less action on Saturday. Sunday it bounces back up to 60%. Some of those storms could be a little stronger than we've seen. 50% chance on Monday, Tuesday, drops to 40 on Wednesday and Thursday, but still there. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. Let's get a check on first alert traffic. And right now we're seeing the northbound lanes of I-75 are blocked between Jacaranda Boulevard and Laurel Road in Venice due to a crash in that area. That's what that purple means there. Those are now closed. We will update you on when those lanes are reopened again. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, new research by the University of Warwick says sugar improves memory in older adults and also makes them more motivated to perform difficult tasks. Researchers gave young and older adults a drink with a small amount of glucose and got them to perform various memory tasks. The older adults showed significantly better memory and more positive mood compared to the young adults. Glucose did not improve either their mood or their memory performance. Well, you may not realize it, but some of those sunscreen bottles you're taking to the beach could be expired. The FDA says sunscreen usually expires 3 years after it's manufactured, sometimes even less because it can physically change and chemicals can break down, potentially making it less effective. Stores like Walgreens, Target, and Walmart say they have policies in place to remove expired products, especially when customers find any issues. Still a good reminder to check your sunscreen before you hit the beach. Coming up, new images from inside the cabin of a plane as it crashes in South Africa. Florida homeowners win their battle to keep this masterpiece. Those stories coming up next.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new 2018 Jeep Wranglers. Or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Tonight we have new images from inside the cabin of a plane as it crashes in South Africa. Investigators are poring over this video showing smoke and flames coming out of the left engine after takeoff. The video then shows the moment the plane goes down and crashes. One person was killed, 16 passengers and 2 crew members, though, did survive. The substation fire burning now in Oregon has claimed 1 life. Officials say 1 person was found dead next to a burned tractor yesterday. They think that person was trying to create a fire line. The fire first sparked on Tuesday night and has already burned more than 50,000 acres. The blaze has also destroyed several buildings and prompted evacuation orders. Authorities are using super scooper air tankers and other aircraft that can carry water and then dump it on that fire.
A 15-year-old lost part of his arm after he was trapped by a large rock on the Southern California coast. Fire officials say the teen and a friend were walking along the rocks when a boulder fell on top of him. A dozen firefighters worked to free him. Officials say he lost part of his arm above his right elbow. He was airlifted to a nearby hospital. There is no word on his condition. This Central Florida couple's home is a work of art, and now, after a hard-fought battle, is here to stay. The Mount Dora home was painted to evoke the famous Van Gogh masterpiece Starry Night, originally as a way to help their autistic 25-year-old son find his way back home. The couple was told that the mural violated city code and was fined thousands of dollars. But this week, the city council agreed they can keep the colorful design. The couple says they're thrilled, and the artist calls it a big day for the arts. I like that.
Eye-catching, definitely.
Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, how a call to the sheriff's office to report a theft ended with a donation to a local veterans group.
Plus, why a man says he fired multiple gunshots out of his Siesta Key home.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.